In this class period of 85 minutes, 22 children will be diagnosed with some form of blood cancer, leukemia being the most common. 4 of these 22 will have their life taken from this terrible disease. Sometime in each one of our lifetimes, we will be affected by cancer in some way. A parent, a family member, a friend, or even us personally. Cancer sucks, and we all need to be informed of this terrible disease so that we can fight back and help each other out. For the sake of time, I am going to specialize on the cancer of leukemia, and even more specifically, childhood leukemia. What is leukemia? The doctors at Mayo Clinic define it as the cancer of the body's blood-forming tissues, including the bone marrow and lymphatic system, better known as cancer of the blood cells. Leukemia attacks the blood cells and through mitosis spreads throughout the body. Leukemia is the most common cancer found in children. There are 2 main types of leukemia. Acute, which is fast-growing. This type of cancer is found in 98% of children according to St. Jude's Children's Hospital website. Chronic leukemia is slow-growing and oftentimes comes back multiple times in a person's lifetime. There are several causes of leukemia in children. One is in the environment in which they have grown up in or been created. For an example, a child's mother who was exposed to radiation while she was pregnant, or a child's mother who drank alcohol or smoked while pregnant, increases the chance of their unborn child contracting leukemia. Also, genetics plays a huge part in developing the disease. A child with a parent who has any form of cancer has a greater risk of developing cancer. Also, if a child's twin has leukemia, they have a much greater rate of being diagnosed. Other genetic factors that increase the child who is born with is a child who is born with another genetic disorder, like Down syndrome. With all these known causes, there's not always a known cause in every case. The more research that is done on the cases, the better possibility to develop a cure. The treatments to fight against leukemia are gruesome for anyone, and especially take a toll on children. The main treatment is chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is normally given in 3 different drugs. The drugs are normally given through an IV, but other methods include a pill or a shot to a major muscle. While going through chemotherapy, people must also take several drugs to reduce illness, fatigue, and other backlashes of chemo drugs. These chemotherapy facts were taken from the American Cancer Society. Another form of treatment is radiation. Radiation is a localized wave therapy. Radiation kills all cells, cancerous and healthy, in the area that is focused on. Radiation is a less common treatment option for children, but is still rarely used. Most children that undergo treatment for cancer become part of study. This allows hospitals to experiment more, take notes, and increase the survival rates. Leukemia is cancer of the blood. There are 2 main types, acute, which is fast-growing, and chronic, which is slow-growing. Also, there are several causes of leukemia. The broad categories are environment, genetics, and lifestyle. These categories can be broken down further into specifics. The 2 main treatments for leukemia are chemotherapy and radiation. The most common form of treatment for children is chemotherapy. Though cancer takes many lives and affects almost everyone in this room in some way or another, the future is brighter. Since 1962, the 5-year survival rates among children with acute leukemia has increased from 4% to 94%. This rate is great, but it is still growing. The rate of chronics hasn't grown quite as much since 1962, but is still increasing. And then this just shows you the difference between normal cells and cancer cells. So you can tell like the cytoplasm and the nucleus are a lot different sized. And then in a normal cell, it starts as a normal cell and then there's one mutation, but since the cells double every time they reproduce through mitosis, it gets to like spread throughout the body.